Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 26th of July 2022, and I'm going to have another video for you as well to do with the London shopping trip I went on the other day. Just have some scenes of that for you, plus the interviews that I did, so that'll be on a video. Definitely not on here because the whole thing was to do about being, well, basically anti a certain treatment. So I'm going to have to put that on my website, the usual thing. So it'll be fairplaynow.net/my, and the link for it will be in the description box below here. So do go and check that out. I think you'll find it very interesting. It does include a little bit of footage of the young lady who appeared on the BBC Unveiled programme as well. So managed to speak to her for a few minutes. So, a few items of news. It's been an interesting few days. The usual suspects are trying to ramp up both the monkeypox. The Whiskey Hotel Oscar, I see, have declared it a global emergency, and of course they're also ramping up the fear on the sort of good old tried and tested lurgy as well. And we've got the usual suspects saying that people need to be putting face muzzles back on and all of this kind of thing. So yeah, it does seem like they just keep pushing these things, probing to see how much traction they can get again on it. And I did notice one bit of news is that the dreadful Susan Michie, who was part of Sage during the height of the lurgy thing here, and she is very, very dodgy, member of the British Communist Party for one, and sort of a psychologist rather than the kind of expert you'd expect to be on an advisory sort of panel advising against a lurgy. So very, very fishy, and she's actually been promoted to the Whiskey Hotel Oscar, I've read. So all I'd say on that is it's only natural for an utterly corrupt individual to gravitate to, and graduate, I suppose, to a very, very corrupt organisation. So, and because that's what I believe it is, the Whiskey Hotel Oscar, and I just do not understand why any of us are taking any notice of them at all. I think one of the good things about this whole escapade is that a lot of people have woken up to just how dodgy these international organisations are, and I don't think they're going to have nearly the same amount of clout that they used to. And one good bit of news is, despite the fact you've got these people calling for face muzzles again, on the trains and things going up to and the London Underground going up to London for the shopping trip the other day, almost no one had them on, even in some very crowded trains and underground stations and trains there. So that is one good thing. So hopefully people just aren't going to take any notice of these numpties and their nonsense anymore. Well, let's hope so anyway. And just a couple of one disappointing court case. The UK High Court here have ruled against someone who was trying to bring in a judicial review challenging the government's decision to give 5 to 11-year-olds a certain treatment, and this court has just said no, there's no justification in doing a judicial review. We'll let the government's decision stand. Very, very disappointing, and I think they will come to regret that decision, and probably not before too long either. And I think it's just totally the wrong decision to make. But a few other court cases going in the right direction. I noticed, I suppose it's the main court in Alberta in Canada, have basically kicked out the case against that pastor, sort of vicar, who was speaking out against the narrative and breaking their lockdown rules. You remember he was in his church conducting a service, Easter of last year I think it was, and the police came in and tried to close him down, and he just told them in no uncertain terms to get lost. Although subsequently he was arrested and sort of held by the police there for a while, and then had this court case brought against him. Well, it looks like he's won that, and he has been exonerated, and well, at least there's a bit of justice that's been done there. And it seems like this is happening in lots of places. These court cases which have been brought against people for supposedly breaking lockdown rules, they're all just being sort of chucked out. I know of activists around here who have had court cases, and they're winning or have won their cases as well. So some of these courts seem to be going in the right direction and sort of know which way things are going. Others, like the High Court, are still woefully sort of behind the curve, sadly. But I don't think it'll be long until they realise it, because the tide certainly seems to be going our way. And with that thought, I'll leave it. And like I say, the link to my other video, or my website where you'll be able to find the video, will be in the description box below. So I'll let you just go and see those interviews and get a bit of a flavour of what it was like on Saturday. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.